Join us after the break as we return live to an old man walking slowly around your local shopping centre, telling everyone how ugly they are. Hello and welcome back to giving my father sleeping pills without his knowledge, putting his body in the boot of the car and pushing it into a disused quarry before moving to Uruguay. Last week we learned how to use a pestle and mortar to crush a handful of sleeping pills, and also how to distract my father from his cup of tea by pretending there was something on the television about classic cars from the 1960s. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that everything went according to plan. My father is now sound asleep in the boot of his Austin Maxi, and as you can probably hear, I'm currently on the A515 about 2 miles from the Harper Hill quarry just outside Buxton. I have my passport and £25,000 on the seat next to me, and once I've rolled the car into the quarry and watched it sink beneath the surface of the water, I'll be making my way to Manchester Airport and jetting off to begin my new life in Uruguay. I've never been before, so I'm very excited to explore the life and culture of what I've been told is a wonderfully vibrant place. Right, well, I've just seen the sign for Harper Hill, so it's goodbye from me, and I hope you'll join me next week, where I'll be living in abject squalor on the streets of Montevideo, whilst trying desperately to avoid the attention of the judicial authorities. Good night.
Babies these days, don't they just get everywhere? Ever had a nail gun accident and struggled to sound believable when someone asks where the baby is?
Did I see him at the bus stop? I thought she was with you. You know, you just missed him.
Well, struggle no longer, because here at Nail Babies, our speciality is providing you with a decent alibi when you accidentally shoot the baby with a nail gun. No more questions, no more worries, no more stress. And for an extra $4.99, we'll deliver a replacement baby to your location within 30 minutes, so you can just get right back to whatever it was you were using that nail gun for. Nail Babies, for those times when you don't quite nail it.
And coming up later, more live coverage of the old man wandering aimlessly around the shopping centre in your town, telling everybody how ugly he thinks they are.
I told you before about coming around here disturbing that there Goose. All them microphones, your wires and everywhere and that stuff. Clear off! Next time there won't be no warning shot!
I'm doing one of these charity things, you know, a little bit of charity work. Playing squash for people with one arm. Actually, it's just one person with one arm. Don't know who he is, how he lost it. Don't care. It's not my business. I said to the man on the phone, there's no shame in having one arm. No shame at all. There's been plenty of successful one-armed men. Napoleon, he had one arm, didn't he? Back in the old days. That drummer, don't know how he got his job, but I salute the man. Villain in The Fugitive, killed all them people, didn't he? Rascal. Couldn't play squash though. I can. Not bad. I got me racket, decent one. Yonex. Geezer in the shop, he's trying to sell me a fancy one, ain't he? Carbon fibre, all this. I said to him, give me a wooden Yonex, I'll be out of your way. Starts trying to pretend they don't make them no more, backing me into a corner. I said to him, son, I was watching the tape of the 86 British Open last night and they all had them. So don't you be telling me you ain't got any. Trying to make a fool out of me he was. In the end I had to walk. Got one from a car boot, £4. Had to get it restrung, but it's worth it. Ain't just the racket you need, of course. I got all the proper balls, lined up in the garage. The full range, all the colour dots. You got your green dot for high speed, then there's your blue dot for average, and then the orange dot. That one's for high altitude play. Not used, that one. Still in the box. Mint condition. Dunno who's playing squash up a mountain. Maybe that Bin Laden geezer hiding in his cave. Gets a bit bored, doesn't he, sitting around? 'Cause he's been hiding for so long, he gets a game going with his pals, doesn't he? Up against the wall. That's the great thing about squash, Brings people together. It's all about community. It's not these people getting £1 million a week selling shampoo in the football. It's a game for the common man. No need for all this fancy stuff. I've had the same pair of squash shoes since I was 11 years old. They don't fit me no more, obviously, so I give them to my son, Mark. Thanks, Dad, he said. Next thing I know, he's put them by the telephone table in the hall and he ain't touched them since. One of the reasons we don't speak anymore. Anyway, back to the charity. I've no idea how it's going to work. Don't know if I'm going to be playing against the man with no arms or whether he's just watching. Either way, it's him getting the money. No idea what he's going to spend it on. Once again, it's his business. Probably get himself a nice jumper, go on holiday somewhere warm, use it to pay the gas bill. Like I said, I don't care. It's his money. Leave him alone. It's important to give to charity, but it's just as important to remember you're helping people out who haven't been as lucky as you. I've been quite lucky in my life. Good family, good friends, lovely wife, Olga. Very strong-willed Polish lady. She's got no time for fools. Then again, neither have I, so we complement each other nicely. I've got a good life. I'm thankful for it. So when I see some geezer in the Red Cross shop on the high road trying to get a refund on a pair of trousers he's bought for £3, well, let's just say I'm not laughing. What's he doing? £3 for a pair of trousers, don't fit properly, give them away. Send them back to charity. Put them in the bin. Don't take them down there and ask for your money back. That £3 he's asking for, that's buying food for someone who's been in a natural disaster. Just imagine it. You're sitting there in your front room watching a Polish game show and the house starts shaking. You get yourself in the garden. A couple of minutes later, Olga comes out with the wedding photos. Not long after, the house is a pile of bricks. Or maybe you've had a tornado come through, turn your house into firewood. You find a chair from somewhere, have a sit down in the rubble. The Red Cross turns up. Lady comes over with a couple of nice hot meals, just about to give them to you, when all of a sudden she gets a phone call and throws them on the floor. Sorry, we can't give you that. Some bottle in North London just got £3 back out of the till because his trousers don't fit. I know how I'd feel. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for listening.
And in just a moment, we're heading back live to the old man walking around the local shopping centre telling everyone how ugly they are.
Right, what are you doing? What's that button do? If I had a face like yours, and someone made a statue of me, I'd tell people to throw stones at it.
Well, wasn't that marvellous? Lovely to see the pack of wolves there, initially quite docile and faintly intrigued by the sound of the violin, but soon made frightened and angry by the